Hi, so in today's project I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Halloween gift that holds a little lollipop. Simple project to make, just a few very minimal supplies. You could make this with your scraps. I've cut a little bat on the ScanNCut and I've cut two, and I've just folded up the wings on the top one and stuck it to the bottom one so it's a little bit more 3D. But if you want to see how I made this, keep watching. These are the supplies that you're going to need. A piece of basic black cardstock, which is 4.5 by 3.5. I've got 4 pieces of Calypso coral, but you could use pumpkin pie or something like that. And these are 7/8 by 7/8. And these are just taken from the Subtle stack. I've got a scrap piece of Calypso coral for my greeting. My greeting is going to be Happy Halloween, which is from A Wish for Everything. And this is a 2-pack stamp set with lots of greetings. And I've got a little bat that I've already cut in basic black with the ScanNCut. So, I'm going to bring in my Simply scoreboard. You could use your paper trimmer with a scoring blade, whatever you prefer. And on the 4.5-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to rotate it, and on the 3.5-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 2.5 and 3. So with the 1/2-inch side on the right hand side, I'm going to start folding these score lines. So I'm going to fold the first one away from myself, and then the second one down I'm going to fold towards me, and then I'm going to fold it away and score on the next ones. So I'm making a bit of a concertina at the top, and then I'm just going to score all the vertical score lines all in one direction. Again, with the small 1/2-inch section on the right hand side, I'm going to remove the bottom section and then notch this out, and I'm going to notch the top section here. By that I'm just taking a little wedge out of it. You can see there, tiny little piece. I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board and do some punching, but if you've not got one of these, you could easily cut a V shape with a pair of scissors in each one of these sections. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fold in this section, which is going to become the glue tab. I'm going to put it in the envelope punch board, lining up the top section of the card to 1 inch, and I'm going to punch. And this is going through 2 lots of cards, so I may need to stand up. So now I'm going to fold the next section down and do the same. Open it out, fold the next section down, and work my way down so that the centre of the envelope punch board is on that second score line down. Then when you get to the last section, you need to notch this out as well. So turn this over, so you've still got the 1/2-inch section on the top, put it in and punch. It's a lot easier when you're only going through one thickness of card. So I'm going to bring my silicone mat in and my snail. Now I would use wet glue for this normally, but for the sake of the video I'm just using snail, and I'm going to apply some adhesive just down this 1/2-inch section. And because this is symmetrical, you can fold this in. Just let me get rid of that glue there. So you can fold this over and then fold this over and it will meet perfectly. So this join now is going to be the back. So this is the front. And I forgot to cut up the tabs. So let's do it this way. So basically you would cut the bottom score lines up before you glue it together, but never mind. So let me find the back now. Okay, so this is the back, so this is going to become the front. So again, just going to apply some snail. So I'm going to fold in the sides, fold in the back, and then bring over the front. Then I'm just going to get my bone folder and just apply some pressure so that those flaps stick together. And then this is just going to pop down like this. This is where I did the score line the opposite way. But before we do anything else, I'm just going to bring in my pieces of designer series paper and apply a little bit of glue on the back. And stick these on. Now, as I say, these are cut at 7/8 of an inch. So you've only got 1/8 of an inch gap of the black box showing. You could, I was going to cut them at 3/4 of an inch, but they were too small. So that's how we're looking so far. It's a cute little box. I'm going to get my Lollipop. I'm not sure whether I said, but this is what's going in it. And then pop that down. Then I'm going to get some black satin ribbon and cut a length. And I'm going to tie this around here. Now, again, to save on your supplies, you could just tie this in a knot. Then with my scrap of Calypso coral, I'm going to ink up the Happy Halloween and just stamp it on this piece of card. And then I'm going to cut these out with my scissors. So I'm just using my snips and trimming these down. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're giving these to kids, you know, they're not going to be bothered about the decoration, are they? They just want to know what's inside it. So I'm going to use a glue dot for this. I'm going to bring in my paper piercer and pick up a glue dot, and I'm just going to squash it up and put it on the back of my little bat. Now my bat is in the ScanNCut machine and I've taken it down to 1 inch wide. It's a pre-built design and I've cut 2, and I've just folded the wings up of the top one and glued it with wet glue to the bottom. So it's kind of, you know, a bit like a 3D. So I'm just going to put the little bat there like so. And then let's see how these look. I might pop these up on dimensionals. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals and I'm going to use the new black ones. And I'm just going to put 1 dimensional on the back of each one of these. and that's how it's looking. So, you know, scraps of card and paper, you could make these up quickly. Very simple and easy to make. Just house a little lollipop. So I hope you like the project. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already do so, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.